You don't win by lowering yourself. You win by standing on who you are, what you do, and what you're worth, without flinching. All the hours you put in when nobody was watching, all the discipline, the sacrifice, the moments you almost gave in but didn't. That's what you're charging for. You don't owe anyone a discount on that. The world's gonna try you. People are gonna test you. They're gonna ask you to work with them, try to sweet-talk you into lowering your value. That's the game. But here's the truth. Every time you say yes to a lower price, you say no to the standard you built. Price is not just a number, it's a statement. It says, this is what I know I bring. And the minute you let someone else talk you down from that, you're not negotiating anymore. You're surrendering. The people who argue the most about price are always the ones who bring the least. They want more than they paid for, and even when they get it, they don't respect it. They'll drain your energy, question your process, complain about your results, and then disappear the moment someone offers them something cheaper. And you'll be left cleaning up the mess, wondering why it didn't feel worth it. You've got to understand, discounting doesn't build trust. It builds doubt, because if it was really worth what you said, why'd you drop it so fast? It's not just about the money, it's about the message. If you're always negotiating your value, then your value was never real to begin with. Don't build your empire chasing people who only want a deal. The ones who are for you, really for you, won't haggle. They'll pay full price and say thank you. They're not just buying your product, they're buying your vision. They're investing in the version of you that never folded. So here's what you do. You stop chasing, you stop convincing, you stop lowering, you start standing. You start saying no more. You start respecting your own name before anyone else can. Some people won't get it. That's fine, it ain't for them. You're not here to be for everybody. You're here to move the few who move mountains. You're not here to be understood by the bargain hunters. You're here to be remembered by the ones who know quality when they see it. Every time you raise your standard, you lose some people. Let them go. Every time you refuse a lowball offer, you lose a fake customer. Good. That's how you protect the real ones. That's how you protect your mind. That's how you protect your energy. Because sometimes losing a little up front saves you everything down the line. Not every payment is worth the price. Not every client is worth the stress. And not every opportunity is worth your name. Let your presence speak. Let your work speak. Let your results speak. If someone can't see the value in that, you don't need to explain. Let them walk. Because you don't attract customers. You attract believers. And believers don't negotiate, they align. You don't build a legacy on cheap deals. You build it on clarity, consistency, and confidence. Let them call you too expensive. Let them say you think too highly of yourself. You've earned the right to. And if they can't afford it, they can watch from a distance. Now let's get real. There's power in knowing your worth. And another level in making sure everyone else knows it too. Don't expect respect until you demand it. That's a law. Machiavelli didn't beg for understanding. He moved in silence, struck with force. That's how you move. Quiet, calculated, undeniable. Never show desperation. When you chase, you lose power. Predictability kills leverage. Create distance, keep mystery. If they can read you, they'll think they own you. Keep them needing you more than you need them. Every time you lower your price, you teach them how to play you. Price is power. Power is control. Set the value, don't let them set it for you. Strategy requires patience, move like water. Let them overextend. When it's your turn, strike clean, take everything. Don't be emotionally invested in everyone. Rejection means nothing to someone walking in purpose. Read people. Every move is chess, advance, withdraw, stay silent. Silence is strength. Your energy is sacred. Don't waste it on the wrong people. Conserve it for those who see you. Always keep the high ground. You are the prize. Move like it. This isn't about survival, it's about legacy. Be ruthless with your standards. If they don't respect you, let them walk. You're not just making money, you're building an empire. You don't chase, you attract. You don't fold, you expand. You don't negotiate, you dominate. There's a reason kings don't bargain. They don't explain, they don't justify. They stand on their value, and the world either aligns or moves aside. That's how you have to move. Your value is non-negotiable. People will test your boundaries the moment you make them flexible. The first discount you give is the first crack in your armor. They'll remember that. They'll come back, not for your greatness, but for the weakness you showed. Don't be surprised when you're disrespected after you discounted yourself. You taught them how to treat you. This is why power is a mindset. It's not just about what you do. It's about what you allow, what you entertain, what you tolerate, what you correct. Power is built in silence, sharpened in rejection, and revealed in restraint. Not everyone deserves access to your world, and most who ask for a deal, a discount, or a favor don't even respect what it took to become you. If they did, they'd never ask. They'd pay full price, gladly. Because real ones pay without question. Understand, high value doesn't chase attention. It commands it. You don't fight for a seat at the table. You are the table. They either bring something real or they don't sit. Never compete on price. Compete on principle. When you drop your standards, you attract liabilities. Discount shoppers are emotional vampires. They demand the most, appreciate the least, and leave the fastest. Instead, attract believers, the ones who get it, the ones who feel the presence without explanation. You're not selling a product, you're offering a frequency. Only the aligned can tune in. Master the art of silence. The more you explain, the more power you give away. Let your actions talk. Let your presence carry the weight. If you have to scream your value, you're not moving correctly. And here's a harsh truth. Sometimes you have to take small losses to protect your peace. Call it tuition. Call it a strategic write-off. But never keep a customer, friend, or partner that costs you your mind. You can always make back money. You can't make back energy. Protect your name. Protect your brand. Protect your value. People talk to you based on what you allow. They pay you based on what you demand. If you don't respect your own price, they never will. The mission is longevity, legacy. You're not building for applause, you're building for the long game, for silence when they talk and fear when they hear your name. So walk like you own the room, speak like your voice builds empires, and never ever explain your worth. They'll either see it or get left behind. You don't sell yourself, you show yourself. And let the world decide if it can keep up. Power don't beg, it positions. You don't step into a room hoping to be accepted. You walk in knowing you're the standard. That's the mindset, not arrogance, certainty. When you carry that energy, people feel it before you even speak. And here's the game. Most people aren't intimidated by your price. They're intimidated by your confidence, your clarity, the fact that you won't fold. That's what shakes them. It ain't the cost, it's the conviction. And conviction, that's rare. People chase cheap because it feels safer, less risk. But they forget, there's no greatness in a discount. There's no legacy in being affordable. If you want to be legendary, you've got to be unreachable to the average. Every time you entertain small talk with small minds, you lower your signal. And when your signal drops, you start attracting noise instead of alignment. So move cleaner, say less, watch more. The ones who don't get it are supposed to fall off. Let them. That's divine separation. The real ones feel you without a pitch. They know. They're already tuned in. This world will trick you into thinking you have to do more, give more, chase more. But the real power play is subtraction, cutting off dead weight, removing weak links, eliminating noise. Simplicity is lethal when you know what you bring. Let them think you're cold. Let them say you've changed. Evolution looks like disrespect to the ones who stopped growing. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be respected. There's a difference. Don't water yourself down to quench someone else's thirst. You're not for everyone. You're for those who are ready. And when it comes to your work, your price, your presence, stand on it. No justification, no breakdowns, no apologies. The moment you shrink to make others comfortable is the moment you abandon your calling. They'll always want the benefit of your energy without paying the cost of your grind. That's why you charge, not just in dollars, but in standards. You want access? Show loyalty. You want value? Show respect. You want the crown? Earn it. And when they say you're too much, smile. That just means you've outgrown their box. Let them choke on their limitations. You were built for more. So stop negotiating with doubt. Stop explaining yourself to people who never built anything. Your life is a fortress now, and only those with vision should be allowed in. Protect your peace. Charge your worth. Move like royalty. You don't compete, you command. And they'll either rise to meet you or fade trying. In business, just like in war, perception is leverage. Your price is more than a number. It's your positioning. It's the statement you make before you even say a word. That number tells the world where you stand, and more importantly, where they stand with you. When you lower it, you're not just dropping digits, you're dropping posture. You're telling the market you're negotiable. And in business, negotiable means disposable. You think Apple built a $1 trillion company by haggling? You think Rolex offers discounts? No. Their confidence in what they bring created the loyalty. The price isn't just about value, it's about identity. And that's what you're selling, identity. You're not selling time, you're selling transformation. You're not offering a service, you're offering access. They're not buying your product. They're buying what being aligned with you says about them. That's the power of branding. That's the power of standing firm. See, when you try to please everybody, you confuse your brand. You stretch yourself thin for customers who won't even stick around. The price shoppers don't build long-term value. They build complaints, refunds, stress. And here's the rule. Your business will only grow as fast as your standards. If your standards are built on scarcity, you'll take every dollar out of fear. If your standards are built on vision, you'll let the wrong dollars walk. Stop being afraid to say no. That no clears space for alignment. That no protects your peace. That no filters out the parasites. Because not all money is good money. Some clients cost more than they pay. You're not just building income. You're building infrastructure, systems, reputation, energy. And you can't scale chaos. So guard your business like a kingdom. Everyone doesn't get through the gates. And stop explaining your prices. If they need an explanation, they're not ready. Let them go find something cheaper. They'll come back when they're tired of broken promises and second-rate results. By then, your price will be higher. Because your time is going up. Your demand is going up. Your results speak louder than discounts ever could. Your brand is a reflection of your boundaries. Set them, enforce them, and watch the right clients rise to meet them. This is chess, not checkers. Position yourself like royalty, price like a boss, and move like a brand that's already arrived. And remember this. When you discount your value, you teach the market how to disrespect you. Charge accordingly. There's a difference between being accessible and being available. Accessible means your brand is visible, clear, and valuable. Available means you're always on call, always lowering yourself to meet everyone else's expectations. That's not business, that's desperation in disguise. The real ones don't chase, they create gravitational pull. When you build with intention, when your offer is solid and your execution is elite, the market begins to orbit around you. But it only works if you hold the line. If you break every time someone asks for a deal, you're signaling weakness. And business doesn't reward the weak, it feeds on them. There's nothing noble about being affordable if it kills your brand in the process. You're not here to be everyone's favorite option. You're here to be the only real solution for the right people. And the right people, they pay full price. You ever wonder why the ones who complain the most are always the ones who paid the least? It's not a coincidence. People value what they invest in. Low cost creates low commitment. High cost filters out the noise. You're not just charging for time, you're charging for years of skill. Strategy, pain, reps, knowledge, scar tissue. They're not buying your product. They're buying everything you went through to master your craft. And that can't be discounted. Business is about power dynamics. Either you're leading the interaction, or you're reacting to it. Either you're the authority or you're the vendor begging for the sale. Every offer you drop must reflect your standard. Every boundary you set must remind people, this is not up for negotiation. Because when you move like a luxury brand, you attract luxury outcomes. And let's be clear, luxury is not about price. It's about energy, certainty, precision. Luxury means I don't chase, I choose. It means I don't explain, I present. It means I don't wait, I build. So if you want your business to scale, if you want your brand to dominate, you better stop selling to survive. You need to start positioning to own. And ownership starts with mindset. Protect your brand, price with posture. Cut the noise, elevate the circle. And never forget, value is not proven by volume, it's protected by standards. This is high-level entrepreneurship. This is business with teeth. This is how kings build kingdoms. Now lean back for a second and breathe this in. You ain't in a rush because real power don't panic. It observes, it calculates, then it moves with precision. This game ain't about being loud, it's about being felt. When you walk in the room, they should already know what time it is without you saying a word. See, the young lions bark, but the old ones, they just stare. They've seen too much, lost too much, learned too much to waste energy proving what's already understood. And that's the frequency you need to move on. Your price, set it. Your standards, guard them. Your time, sacred. Because the moment you start negotiating with people who never had your vision, you lose momentum and miss your blessings. They don't have to get it. They don't have to clap. They don't even have to stay. Let them walk. Let them talk. You keep building, you keep shining. Because when you really got it, you don't chase validation. You attract respect. Remember, the flyest cat in the room don't beg, he decides. He don't sell himself short. He sits back and lets the world come to him. That's not arrogance, that's alignment. You know what you bring. You know what you're worth. So act like it, walk like it, talk like it. No need to flex, no need to bark. Just make sure that when you move, they feel it like thunder, even if you don't say a word. You ain't hustling for attention. You're establishing a legacy. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them try to copy the surface. But they'll never match the depth. Because this right here, this is seasoned power. This is grown man energy. This is game elevated. Stay cool, stay sharp. And never forget, the throne don't chase nobody. Just sits there, waiting on the worthy.